Hello and welcome to your first week in Chem 100. Hopefully you've already gotten started on the introductory assignments. And if you don't know where to find those, you can go under due dates and find all your assignments on the calendar. By just clicking on it, it'll show you where to go. And as you can see, there is a lot due on Sunday. So I will explain that in a second. But the first two assignments that you should do are the Statement of Understanding and the Greeting Post. The Statement of Understanding can be found under Learning Modules, Week 0, Module Assignments. And you will find the Statement of Understanding, and in my previous video I explained how this is done. The other assignment is the Greetings Post. This is your typical who are you, what do you do, what do you like that you've seen on all your other online classes. Mine is posted under Discord, so you will have to make an account for yourself on Discord, and once you have done that, click on Greetings and it will show you this page right here. Here's the questions asked and answered channel, where you can leave questions for your fellow classmates or for myself or the supplemental instructor, that we can answer each other's questions, and maybe you know the answer to another classmate's question before I get a chance to. So go ahead, feel free to answer other students' questions. So the Greetings post is under here. Here are the instructions on what the assignment is. So posting the original message, which is answering these questions here, is due Friday, June 10th by midnight. Then you must reply to 2 classmates by Sunday. Okay. So here is an example of a post, which is what I wrote here, and that's a picture of me and a snake. It's not my snake, it's a snake from a colleague in the biology department that let me play with it. Yeah, so then if you go back to Discord, if you go back to the class, those are the 2 assignments, the Statement of Understanding and the Greetings Post. If you do not do those 2 right away, then the Week 1A and Week 1B will not open. So again, that's under Module Assignments of Week 0. Here's your Greetings channel and Statement of Understanding. One thing to note, each week will have a Week 1A and a 1B. Because this is a summer class and we are doing essentially 2 regular semester weeks into one, you will be doing the assignments of Week 1A and Week 1B in the first week. So just to give you a rundown of what those assignments look like, if you click on 1A, here's another link on how to get to Discord in case you have questions. You can also direct message me in Discord. Here's an overview of what you'll learn in this content folder, the activities that are due, and the assignments that are due. So under activities, you will find a link to the book. So this is the book and what it looks like. So make sure you read each of the chapters, each of the sections that are posted, and read the book. And then you have kind of some hints on how to submit answers in Blackboard tests, and they're called tests. That's what it is on my end, but just because it's a test doesn't mean it's a test or an exam. It could be a homework assignment, it could be a lab. So whenever I say Blackboard test, it's just the format of how the assignment is presented. The handout is not required, however, it is a great study guide. Make sure you download them. The answers are provided for you, so you're able to go through them and study off of them. You have the videos under lecture activities. These assignments are required to do. And as I mentioned before in the other video, there's a video and a couple questions after each video that you watch. Again, these are required, and you can take them as many times as you want until you get 100%. So again, the lecture activities you can take as many times as you want to get 100% full credit before the due date, which is Sunday of every week. There's more videos here that were not placed in this assignment that you should also watch. Make sure again to set up that Discord account if you don't already have one. And here's a video on how to view feedback. So if you take the lecture activities the first time and you get certain things wrong, there might be some feedback that's helpful in answering those questions correctly. Under module assignments, you have another tidbit on how to answer those questions in the Blackboard tests. There is your homework. Homework assignments are due, and it's a first submit is the only chance you get to answer those questions. However, you don't have to do the homework in one sitting. You can save your answers and come back to it at a later time, but it is due on Sundays. There's group assignments due. These are usually done on campus. However, we're not doing them for the summer, so the answers are there. I recommend opening them for your own benefit to study for the quizzes. Here's some suggestions on what you should do to study for a quiz. The quizzes are also due on Sunday and have a time limit. They must be done in one sitting, and you only have one chance to complete the quizzes. Unlike the lecture activities where you see the feedback and what you got wrong right away, the quizzes do not allow that until after the due date. Okay. So there's a video here on how to see what you got wrong and the feedback of quizzes that have been past due. And as you know, there is a lab component to this class. I've gone over slightly what the virtual chemistry lab website is, and we'll get to that next week. I'll send another video regarding that in more detail. But for this week, under week B, you have another lab due, L01, so I always abbreviate labs with L. So if you click on that, it'll give you the lab assignments, and these are 2 quizzes that you must complete that go with the lab. Is to know that you understand some basics of how lab safety works. There's the lab report that you must complete, and the way that this is done is you should have 2 windows open. So go ahead and open the Google form in another tab, and you can have it open side by side, so you can go through it as you go, so here I am with 2 windows open. Sorry about that. Here are the 2 windows open side by side. So I clicked on the Google form and you'll find something like this. And then you can click on the L001 Observations Lab Report, and this is a Blackboard test format. So if you click on it and you begin the quote-unquote test, you can open and close this as many times as you need and save it, but once you submit it, that's it. You only get 1 chance. So this says, you know, the Google form will simulate the lab, and I opened it side by side. True. Okay, save answer. Great. Then you have, so you have to go one by one. So I put an imaginary email and my name, said Grf, and the section. And when I hit next, you'll have some instructions, the objectives, read that carefully. You'll have a video to watch and the chemistry safety lab video to watch. So you watch both of those and you will complete those 2 quizzes that I talked about that were in the beginning of this document, of this website. So if I just cancel out of here, these are the 2 that this is talking about. Complete the student lab safety evaluation with 100%. That's this. And then complete the student safety agreement. That's this here. So you saw that I exited out of the lab report, but I can get back in. Okay. As I go and see, it saved my true answer. And now you have this picture and you'll answer the question here. As you go on, the questions will match what you have here. So some of the pictures are in both sides, so you can see what you're looking at. Okay, I highly recommend to be as detailed as possible when answering your lab reports, because you will be highly graded on what you write and your observations for every lab. Okay, so once you have completed the lab report and have gone through all the slides here and watched the videos of the experiments, then you can submit your Google form and you can save and submit your lab report. And it tells you if you haven't completed, but I'm just going to say okay for the sake of doing it. Then you can hit OK, and the grade is not available because I have to grade it manually. Okay. Now, once the lab report is done before Sunday, you will also have to post claims based on the experiments and your hypothesis that you came up with during the experiment. So you'll go on the designated discussion board on Discord, which here's my Discord. Depending on how many students, I will divvy them up in different labs. So you'll see one of these and you just click on it and write your discussion in there. Okay, then once you have put evidence and support your claims in that board, you will also reply to 2 students by Monday. So Sunday you need to post a claim, Monday you need to reply to 2 students and say, yes, I agree with your experiment, I did that experiment, or I didn't do that experiment, but it agrees with my hypothesis or disproves my hypothesis. Had I done that experiment, XYZ. Okay? That sort of thing is what I'm looking for. Now, once you have gotten a critique from a fellow classmate, then you will write a summary of the claims and evidence that you made and any adjustments that you did based on the critique that you got from others to this section here, L001, Summary of Claims and Evidence. That is due Tuesday. Okay, there's a lot going on this week, and I don't blame you if you're freaking out right now. Don't freak out. Just make sure that you are reading everything. Make sure that you are on top of what's due when, and you will do well. Make sure that you're reading the book. Make sure that if you have any questions, please ask me what those questions are, or your supplemental instructor. That is Ona, and she will have a video for you as well as to who she is and what she does. And that's all I have for this week. Again, if you do have questions, please ask me. Have a good day.